In this section, we're going to be looking at business modeling your music program in your parish for the purpose of growing and developing your music program. Now, you might be wondering what business models and business language has to do with the liturgical music life of your community. And we're going to find throughout this module that actually it has quite a bit to do with finding the framework and tools that we can employ to ensure that your music programs can continue to grow, develop, and thrive. I'm going to start with an example of four questions that I have, or statements that I have heard in my work as a liturgical musician. And our question, as we look at each of these four examples, is to ask ourselves, what do these have in common? So we'll take a moment to pause, to read these different examples, and then in the comment box to answer what these four have in common. You might have discovered that each of these questions is fundamentally focused around the mantra of, if you build it, they will come. Let's look at them again. Example number one, let's do a Christmas concert this year. That will bring the community together. This is based on the assumption that the community wants a Christmas concert and that people will actually attend such a Christmas concert. The second example, what we really need to get the youth here is a Sunday 4 p.m. Mass. That again assumes that the young people that you're looking to attract to come to the parish would want to go to a Mass that's offered at that particular time. The third example, saying that a community dinner is perfect for uniting the multilingual choirs, we just need to advertise it really well, again assumes that putting on a dinner would be what people would actually want to do in order to come together and to build community. And then the final example makes again an assumption that offering a particular service will bring back a certain group that the parish community is looking to target. So we don't want to go in that direction. It can oftentimes lead to a lot of work that gets put into developing a program and then a lot of disappointment when very few people actually show up for it. And so today we're going to be looking at a shift in what we could call product-based marketing and moving to customer-based marketing. Product-based marketing is when you start with an idea saying people will come to this event or people will attend this if we only offer it. And you basically develop this based on your own sort of opinion about what people might or might not want to do without really using any sorts of customer insight data to make a decision about if they would actually want that or not. I propose that instead we look at, when we're looking to build a liturgical music program, for example, that we shift to customer-based marketing. And this is one in which we take the person we're looking to attract to a particular service, we actually learn about them and learn about what they're looking for in their daily life so that we would be able to offer a program that's so compelling that they would actually want to participate in it. Now there's a tool that we're going to look at now that can help us actually formulate those ideas. This tool is called the Business Model Empathy Map, and this is offered as a suite of tools out of a book called The Business Model Generation, which we'll look at in more detail later in this series. The empathy map starts with a customer perspective, and it makes the assumption of saying that if we're going to offer services or a program that is designed to attract a certain type of person that we're looking to target, that we need to really understand what that person is experiencing on a daily basis so that we can then craft a program that is compelling and catered to them. So for example, if I wanted to attract more young adults to participate in my choir program, I would choose them as the customer perspective, which is listed at the top of the sheet. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, this is a church, and why are we talking about customers, talking about business? Aren't they parishioners? Isn't this a church organization? And the answer is yes, but I'll remind you that all churches, in order to run and function, they do operate as an organization. And the church does offer products, in our case, offer a series of services that are then given to those who gather for Mass, who is the congregation, and who you'd otherwise call a customer in a business environment. So while we wouldn't want to, in a pastoral situation, call parishioners that gather customers and call the church services we offer as components of a business model, the same ideas that govern how a business model is constructed and how customers are reached can help us find a way to create programs and offerings in church life that are even more compelling. So, moving back to the empathy map, we can see that we first define who a customer is we would like to impact or offer a service for, and then we start to get into their head and try to imagine on a daily basis what is it that they are experiencing that I can then use as information to find out more about how to craft a compelling program for them. So, for example, what does this person think and feel on a daily basis? What really counts to them? What are major preoccupations? What are worries and aspirations that they experience? What does this person see on a daily basis? What does their environment look like? What are their friends? What does the market offer to them outside of the context of the church? And then what do they hear? And what do they say and do? At the bottom of this chart, you'll see there's two other categories. One is called pain, and one is called gain. And the pain we wanted to be is trying to understand what is it that this person fears, is frustrated by, and considers an obstacle that we could alleviate by offering a particular program to them. And on the other side are the gains when you say, well, what wants and needs does this person have that they could gain by being a part of the program that we are offering? By filling out this chart, we can then very quickly develop a series of hypotheses in which we say, we think this person would experience this on a daily basis and therefore would be interested in a program that alleviates these particular pains and offers them these particular gains. Following this, the most important part is once you have the hypothesis is to go out and to test it. And that means to actually go out and talk with different people in the segment you're looking to target, in this case, young adults, and ask them, hey, I'm putting together this empathy map. I'm trying to better understand how we can offer services and programs that would be relevant to you that you want to show up for. And what is it that I can do in offering my music ministry program? Or how can you connect me with other people who would want to be participating in a music ministry program? And what would it look like so that I can better target your needs so that you would come and participate in this? So your question is going to be upon completion of this module is what did you find out? So you'll see in an assignment below is that you are going to actually go through and fill out one of these empathy maps. You're going to choose a customer perspective, and then you are going to actually go talk with those segments and find out some information and see if you're on the right track for what it is that you think they're thinking and feeling, seeing, saying, and hearing, and how you could create programs indirectly in response to that. This all comes, by the way, from a book called Business Model Generation, which is a critical text we'll look at and is very popular amongst businesses in the Silicon Valley today for how to very quickly put together some ideas on how to craft programs that are relevant and matched to the segments of people you wish to attract to your parish programs, in our case, for music ministry. In the next video segment, we'll look at the core of this book, which is called the Business Model Canvas.